There'll be an extra fee for that.
Error. Boring. Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
I'll think about it.
Can we play Banker next time?
Exactly. But none of them. There'll be an extra fee for that. I'll think about it.
Error. Can we play Banker next time?
There'll be an extra fee for that. Think about it.
Hello there, travelers, and welcome to my channel. I'm Shifty Nivy, and if you enjoy goofy, cozy gaming content, then get your snacky snacks and snuggle in. And if you want to keep up to date with all my shenanigans, remember to do all the fun things, the likes, the follows, the subscribes, all that good jazz, because it appeases the algorithm Archon, and it keeps me in your feed. Okay, so last we left off Monday, we had just concluded the Archon story quest, we pulled Farina, and we got all caught up on our events, which was quite the feat, because we know me, I'm a procrastinator-tater, and that is okay. Sometimes. Within reason. On occasion. Alright, but either way, we have new banners that popped today, and I'm so excited to see my Boba boy is back. We have an Ayato rerun banner. We have a Cyno rerun banner. We're getting some love for those characters that aren't native to Fontaine. So I am psyched. So, without further ado, we're going to get right into it. And boom. Wait. No, other boom. I promise, I'm going to get all the booms right eventually. And one more boom. I think. Maybe. Yes. Alright, everything's right. I had to double check, because I just wanted to make sure there was no audio issues this time, because we know I'm bad for that. I'm horrible for that. Alright, but double check the audio, so we should be good to go. Alright, so I have been a busy little bee on here since the last time we got to hang out. We pulled our lovely Farina. Look at her. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's amazing. And I, because I am awesome, went and grinded the heck out of some boss fights. I begged, borrowed, and stole some flowers, and now we have a level 90 Farina. Now, her artifacts are not complete by any means, but I am going to give you the lowdown on how I decided to kind of build her. She's still a work in progress, but I love where that HP is sitting. I am running her on double hydro team, so that is why her HP is that high. If I did not have Mivulette on the team, it would be a little lower. I'm thinking she's around... Well, actually, let me take him off the team real quick, because we're going to be playing around with team comps here after a second. Oh, nope, not friends. Party. The other friends. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and, so with a double hydro team, she is sitting at a gorgeous 40k. You want that HP up there on her. All right, let's go ahead and, oh wait, no, she's already on the team. Let's grab, yeah, let's grab our AC teenage son. All right, so now let's take a look at her. Okay, so around 36. I was pretty close when I said 34. So she's at 36 by herself. We have her in Festering Desire because I am an OG like that. I do wish they would rerun some of these event weapons. I think it's kind of... It's a badge of honor to say, yes, I have Festering Desire, but it also makes me think of all the people who are new to Genshin that don't have access to this weapon. I am happy about the lead pipe weapon that they put out that kind of gives you a similar energy recharge buff, but there's something to be said about the aesthetics of this sword, the storyline tied to this sword. I wish there was a way that when people got to a certain level, they could re-trigger those events, if nothing else for the storyline and the rewards such as this weapon. I mean, maybe not all the primos and stuff like that. Hey, why not the primos? I mean, really, when you are first starting this game with all the characters that are out now, it can be so overwhelming. I know, I've got a Baby Beans account, and to be honest, I've kind of neglected the Baby Beans account. We might revisit that soon, just to play some storylines for our favorite characters. But I digress. I have her in Festering Desire, so we've got that elemental skill damage, that crit rate, that energy recharge, a little bit of extra in everything. All right, as far as artifacts go, I do have her in Golden Troop, just like we discussed day before yesterday. It is not fully leveled, but I will give you a quick look-see through her substats. With Farina, you do want to focus on, my order might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you want to focus HP, crit damage, and then energy recharge, especially if you're running Festering Desire. If you're not running an energy recharge sword, you're going to need to work on that crit rate a little bit more, and some energy recharge in her artifacts. So here we go. We got some HP flower with crit damage, HP's percentage, and crit rate, energy recharge. Most of it went to energy recharge here, and we are not mad at it. Over here we got double HP, crit damage, and energy recharge. I have been farming this set for, well, not this set, that domain in particular, since it dropped. Because I have Wriothesley, Nivelette, and Yai Miko does call for Golden Troop now, and I really want to test run that, so I've been running it for her. It's like, I'm living in that domain. I don't leave. It's home. So, we've got double HP, energy recharge, and crit damage here, with a little bit of an even spread. Oh yes, depending on team comps. That's right, team comp will definitely affect how much energy recharge you need. Thank you, Top Cat. Thanks for joining us. And let's see, over here for her HP Sands. Is this Sands? Yes, this is Sands. We've got crit damage and crit rate. I could probably do a little better here. We don't get a lot of extra love for the energy recharge, but that's just me being picky. I'm not that bougie, okay? I will take that crit damage. Let's see here. We have our HP Goblet. Now, you could run her in a Hydro Damage Goblet, but you're going to lose some of that HP bonus. So I recommend the HP Goblet, but like I said, Genshin is an amazing game where you can run a character however you want. If you're focusing on, you know, I want crit rate, crit damage, and I want to make her a main DPS, you go for it. I'm just giving my suggestions. Okay, but yeah, we get crit damage, crit rate, and double attack here. I'm not mad at it. And then finally, a crit damage hat with crit rate, HP, well, double HP, and attack percentage. So this is kind of where I've got her sitting at the moment. I'm not mad with how she's running. She's running gorgeously, and I am kind of obsessed with her right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Having her and Nivelette on the same team has been aesthetic dreams. But today, we are not going to be focusing on my boy. I miss him already. Okay, here we go. All right, because a new Hydro Boy is big on the scene today, now that he has finally come back home. And we are going to be talking about Boba Boy, a.k.a. Kamisato Ayato. Let's go ahead and grab him real quick.
What's that? Join you for a walk?
OG. Okie dokie. So I'm going to come over here and we're going to look at my build, and then we're going to do a test run with him and go over all of his skills. Okay, for Kamisato Ayato, I think I have him in a pretty respectable position if I still have his artifacts on him. Do I still have his artifacts on him? Okay, yes, I still have him in 4-piece Heart of the Death. I know that there's another set that came out that was just as good. Nip's Dream might even outperform, but I never got enough good pieces to test him in that. I might work toward that. But both of those sets are awesome on him. I'm not sure if any other sets are preferred now that Fontaine is out, and now that our Hydro abilities are getting a little overhaul. But if anybody has any suggestions, I am happy to know. Let me know in the comments. All right, and okay, I have mine in my only gold sword, Aqua Favonia, which gives him an attack increase by 20%, triggers on damage, and it also gives him a little bit of a heal, a little bit of a buff, a little bit of knockback. It's a lot of fun. All right. Triggers the Falcon of the West awakens holding the banner of resistance aloft, regenerating HP equal to 100% of the attack and dealing 200% of the attack as damage to surrounding opponents. So it gives you this nice AoE burst that whenever you're in a pinch is really handy. Highly recommend. As far as his kit, you're going to want to get your crit rate right to that nice 48 mark. You're going to want a little bit of crit damage. I focused mostly on attack on him, and I'm not sure if that's 100% right because I kind of just, you know, leveled and set him up, geared him out with my soul. I got a little bit of energy recharge there because we really want to keep his skill going, and hydro damage bonus. So that is how I built him. Now let's go see how they built him for our test run. Da 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 da. We're going to start with Ayato, and then we'll come back to Cyno because I don't have a lot of experience with Cyno because I never pulled for Cyno. There's a lot of Electro DPSs that I prefer over Cyno, but that's just because, well, I had them before Cyno came out, and it was like, do I really need somebody more than the Archon of Electro in a polearm? I think not. But if you don't have A, I completely see why people run him. He is very smooth. He is a good kit. But we'll come back to him. Off to Ayato. Ooh, I see our girl Kirara is back too. That is awesome. We'll talk about her too. Because Kirara is a pretty new 4-star. I think this is the first time she's come back around. Where's my goblin water? Okay, let's go over the character description. Kamisato Ayato's elemental skill will leave a watery illusion behind, which will confuse the opponents, and he will enter his, I call it his Zumi state. So we're going to call it the Zumi state, because I will mispronounce that like crazy. All right. During this time, he can use his Shinsuken, dealing AoE hydro damage with each attack. Ayato's elemental burst will unleash a garden of purity, in which bloom water blades will rain down and attack opponents within its AoE. This will increase the normal attack damage of all characters within the AoE. Additional elemental orbs will drop during the trial event to facilitate testing. So we're gonna have a little extra recharge. Yujin, yeah. I know a lot of people like Yujin, but I have a little bit of a beef with her. Not gonna get into that. All right, we're gonna start with some elemental reactions. I did not anticipate them going right out with pyro. Gave us pyro people and gave us pyro slimes, so we didn't really need the pyro. That was his skill. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go in with Bennett to increase that energy recharge a bit. Boom. All right, now skill. And zoom, 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 zoom. All right, now we're gonna go in for a ulti.
The depths beckon.
Now with his ulti, you're going to want to try and pair it with his zoomy because he's just gonna go insane. His numbers are gonna pop off. See that increase in numbers? Isn't that gorgeous? Now his standard attack and heavy attack are increased as long as he is within this AoE.
Mind the deluge.
So we're going to give it another go here. And, oh,
Be still.
not die. There we go. Zoom, zoom, zoom. All right. Now we're going to go for a Bennett.
Everybody stand back!
And boom. So he is a lot of fun. All right, so we're going to continue the challenge and look and see how they built him. And we'll probably give it one more run because he's just so fast. All right. So they've got him at... Okay, their attack is a little higher than mine, I think. They've got him at 22k. Let's look at his deets. They focused on crit rate. They got it a little overkill. Usually people say if you're over 50%, you're a little overkill. I'm flexible with that. I don't mind having like 60 from time to time because the more you're critting, the more you're doing that crit damage. Mind you, if you don't have any crit damage and you're always critting, well, it's not doing you any good. So a nice balance here is needed. They have him in a hydro damage piece. So they got a nice even spread here. Let's go look at his weapon. This is his gold weapon that is up in the banner at the moment. It is called the Haran Gepu. Yeah. Gepaku Futsu. I told you guys I'm going to totally butcher these names, but that is okay. Honed Flow. Obtain 12% all elemental damage bonus when other nearby party members use elemental skills. The character equipped with this weapon will gain 1 wave spike stack, max 2 stacks. This effect can be triggered once every 0.3 seconds. When the character equipped with this weapon uses the elemental skill, all stacks of wave spike will be consumed to gain a rippling upheaval. Each stack of wave spike consumed will increase the normal attack damage by 20% for 8 seconds. That is a huge increase. All right, and they have him in a completely different set than the one I've got him in. Either one of the sets I've tried to put him in. All right, we've got Echoes of Offering. 2-piece gives you an attack percentage increase. A 4-piece, when normal attack hits an opponent, there is a 36% chance that it will trigger Valley Right, which will increase normal attack damage by 70%. Okay, I need to farm this set, like now. This effect will be dispelled after 0.05 seconds after a normal attack deals damage. If a normal attack fails to trigger the Valley Right, the odds of it triggering next time will be increased by 20%. Okay, yes, I need this set today. Will I farm for it today? Probably not, but I need it like yesterday. Okay, now let's go over his skills real quick. He has a 5-hit combo and of course a standard charged attack. Then we're going to go over his skill, which is a little wordy, so hang in there with me. Kamisato Ayato shifts position and enters the Zumi state. I'll get there. The Zumi state. After this shift, he will leave a watery illusion at his original location. After it is formed, the watery illusion will explode if opponents nearby, or after its duration ends, dealing AoE hydro damage. In this state, Kamisato Ayato uses his Shizuken to engage in blindingly fast attacks, causing damage from his normal attacks to be converted to AoE hydro damage. This cannot be overridden. It also has the following properties. When the attack hits an opponent, it will grant Ayato the Namisen effect, increasing the damage dealt by this ability, by Shizuken based on, I'm getting so tongue-tied today, based on Ayato's current max HP. So maybe I should be focusing a little more HP on Ayato. The initial maximum number of stacks is 4, and 1 stack can be gained through this Shizuken every 0.01 seconds. This effect will be dispelled when his Zumi state ends. Ayato's resistance to interruptions is increased, which is nice, and he is unable to use charged or plunging attacks. This will be cleared when Ayato leaves the field using the Kamisato art. Again, while in the Zumi state, will reset and replace the pre-existing state. So you want to do skill, and then Zoomy State. Alright, for his ulti, he unveils a garden of purity that silences the cacophony within. While this space exists, Bloom Water Blades will constantly rain down and attack opponents within it, doing AoE damage, dealing hydro damage, and increasing the normal attack damage of all the characters within. So if you're running a party with like your buddies and your multiplayer at the moment, then this buff applies to everybody within. So boost your boys. Alright, for his passives, we have Kamisato Art Kyuka, which has the following properties. After its use, Kamisato Ayato will gain 2 Namsen stacks. When the water illusion explodes, Ayato will gain a Namsen effect equal to the maximum number of stacks possible. If Kamisato Ayato is not in the field and his energy is less than 40, he will regenerate 2 energy for himself every second. And last but not least, he can't cook. Well, he can cook, but chances are it might be a bit suspicious. So we're going to give him one more run real quick. And we're going to apply some different elements, hopefully. But not on these guys, because they're just pyro, like everything else.
I may have overestimated myself.
Alright, here we go for the Bennett.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
And we're going to go right here for a rain. Look at that. 12k was nice. Oh, I'm loving the Bennett buff. He runs great with Bennett. I run him with Bennett all the time. It just makes sense. Oh, I'm still in it, just barely.
Mind the
And boom, again. Ouch, that hurt. Let's get some vaporized love in here. Oh, hello, thank you for joining us. How are you doing today? And ouch, that hurt. That was rude. We don't appreciate that. All right, here we go. Ayato. Take that vaporize, and boom! Da 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 da! And that is how you run Ayato. I will probably be running him a lot during the duration of this banner, just to kind of learn more about him as we go. Now we are going to go into Cyno territory. Let's get some Electro out here. Let's get some Zappy Zappy. Not the Bug Zapper Zappy Zappy. Although I have to say, as far as Cyno's character, I adore him. The puns, ugh. To me, puns are a superior form of comedy. I know a lot of people are like, ugh, it's a pun. But I'm over here like, yes, make it funny. Make random things mildly funny. And I hit the wrong button. Oh well. Okay, let's get back out of here. We're gonna leave the domain. Because I hit the wrong button. Because that is what I do from time to time, and that is okay. Sorry, I get so excited when we have new characters to test run. It's a blast. Alright, let's come over here. Alright. We're going to go here and hit claim because I'm so out of those Sakura blooms. It's not even funny. I think I have like 10 in my bag. All right. And here we are. Cyno. The Mahamatra himself. There we go. I said it. Cyno is such a boss. I adore him. All right, let's read his character description. Cyno's elemental skill causes him to advance at a high speed, dealing electro damage to his opponents along his path. His elemental burst causes him to enter the Pact-Sworn Path Clearer state, which changes his attack style and converts his normal and charged attacks to electro damage. In this state, using his elemental skill will cause it to deal AoE electro damage and extend the duration of the Pact-Sworn Path Clearer. When he is in this state, you can time uses of his elemental skill to match a certain visual cue to trigger the justicial effect, which will increase the damage dealt by this elemental skill instance and fire off 3 Duskstalker bolts, dealing electro damage. The additional elemental orbs are going to drop because they want to facilitate testing. All right, let's take a quick peek at his build. I've got a theory. All right, before I look at his artifacts, I'm predicting Thundering Fury, maybe? All right, we're gonna start with his weapon though. All right, we got a crit rate weapon, yes! All right, let's take a peeky here. All right, crit rate is at 66%. See, like I said, around the 60 mark isn't bad. It's not too overkill, especially when you still got decent crit damage. All right, let's see what we've got him in. We've got some energy recharge, and we've got an electro damage bonus piece. That is nice. All right, weapon-wise, this is also available currently in the banner. We have the Staff of Scarlet Sands. Heat Haze at the Horizon's End. The equipped character gains 52% of their elemental mastery as bonus attack. When the elemental skill hits an opponent, the Dream of Scarlet Sands effect will be gained for 10 seconds. That's a long uptime in a fight. The equipping character will gain 28% of their elemental mastery as a bonus attack, max 3 stacks. That is pretty epic. Alright, let's come over here and oh, we've got him in Gilded Dreams. I did not anticipate that. Alright, so he is going to have some elemental mastery focus by the look of things. Alright, so we've got 2-piece set, increases elemental mastery by 80. 4-piece set, within 8 seconds of triggering an elemental reaction, the character equipped with this will gain buffs based on their elemental type of another party member. Attack is increased by 14% for each party member whose elemental type is the same as the equipping character, and elemental mastery is increased by 50 for every party member who is different from the active character. Each of the aforementioned buffs will count up to 3 characters. This effect can be triggered once every 8 seconds. The character who equips this can trigger the effect when they are not on the field. I have my Miko currently in this set. This is a gorgeous set. All right, and let's get into some of his talents. All right, attack is going to be a 4-strike combo. He's got his charged attack that's going to use stamina, and then he's got a plunging attack, just like everybody else. Well, no, the amount of a combo people have does vary. Okay, so we have his skill here. Performs a swift thrust, dealing electro damage to opponents along the path. When Cyno is under Pax-Sworn state, he triggers a Sacred Rite, Wolf Swiftness. He will instead unleash a Mortuary Rite that deals thunderous AoE damage and extends the duration of Pax-Sworn Path Clear. Alright, and then for his ulti, he calls upon the Divine Spirit to indwell him, morphing into the Pax-Sworn Path Clearer. Kind of like going werewolfy if you're an ESO person. That's what it reminds me of anyway. His skill changes based on whether or not he's wolfed out or not, or jackaled out. Cyno's normal and charged attack and plunging attacks will be converted to electro damage that cannot be overridden. Cyno's elemental mastery and resistance to interruption will increase, and he gains immunity to electro charge damage. This effect will be cancelled when Cyno leaves the field and lasts for 18 seconds. That is a long uptime on an ulti. Okay, for his passives, we have Featherfall Judgment. When Cyno is in the Pax-Sworn Path Clearer state, activated by Sacred Rite of Wolf Swiftness, Cyno will enter the Inseer stance at intervals. If he activates Sacred Rite, Chasmic Soulfarer, while affected by this stance, he will activate the Justicial effect, increasing the damage of his Sacred Rite, Chasm Soulfarer, by 35%. Oof! And firing off 3 Duskstalker bolts that will deal 100% of Cyno's attack as electro damage. Duskstalker bolt damage is considered elemental skill damage. Alright, then we also have authority over 9 arrows. Cyno's damage values will be increased based on his elemental mastery as follows. Pax-Sworn Path Clearer's normal attack damage is increased by 150 of his elemental mastery. Dusk Stalker bolt damage from the passive talent Featherfall Judgment is increased by 250% of his elemental mastery. So yes, you're going to want to love him with some elemental mastery. And last but not least, he gains 25% more rewards when dispatched in a Sumeru expedition for 20 hours. Well, that is handy. And he's adorable. He's vicious but adorable. I like to think of Cyno as Jumbo Razor. He gives me Razor vibes. A lot of his animations and stuff like that remind me of Razor from back in the day. I mean, Razor's still a thing. Like, he's still totally viable, but Cyno's a bit OP. Oh, we've got Cyno's adopted little one here, too. Alright, we're going to start by applying some other elements. And Cyno. Alright, there we go for the skill and some heavy attacks. I love to heavy attack with Cyno. It's just too much fun.
Surrender.
Alright, we're gonna go for the ulti. And we see his attack style has changed. He is now hand-to-hand combat. He does not have his pole arm anymore. Let's do the skill. So he kind of does a leap forward animation whenever you do his skill as the ulti is up. So ulti again. Skill. Oop.
Well played.
Alright, ulti skill.
You stand condemned. Guilty.
You want to try to time that skill with the eye. Totally missed it that time. There we go. Boom. Alright, we're gonna go for some cookie love. Get some healing out here for Cyno and go back to his ulti.
Your penance is due.
And skill. So it's just about timing it with the eye when it comes up. Oh, almost missed it that time. And boom! So he's a lot of fun. He's a little more mechanic-y. Oh! Okay, thank you! Thank you for lurking. Lurkers are always appreciated. Alright. So he's got a little bit of a finesse, depending on what form he is in, but we 100% love how he runs. However, I am not going to chase all those little beetles all over Sumeru for you, Cyno. I'm sorry. I can't. Especially now that I'm going to start saving. I really think I am going to start saving with the goal of eventually C6ing Neuvillette. I don't know. Maybe. That's kind of where I'm at right now. But I do need to save for the Knave because I am psyched about her coming out too. I don't know. Can I give all of my love to one character? I don't know if I can. I really don't. I don't know if I can. Alright, here we go. Let's claim those primos. And now we are off to Kirara. Oh, I love her so much. She is the cutest, one of the cutest 4 stars in the game. Alright. So, Kirara is pretty straightforward, so we'll probably only need to do the character description, but I do want to see what they have her outfitted in. Kirara's elemental skill deals AoE dendro damage and deploys defensive shield of safe transportation. She is a mail courier after all. Holding the elemental skill will cause her to also enter the urgent Neko parcel state. This will allow her to move more quickly and deal dendro damage to opponents as she crashes into them. When using her elemental burst, Kirara will throw a special delivery package that deals AoE dendro damage and generates mini catgrass cardamoms that will deal dendro damage to opponents who come into contact with them. Additionally, additional elemental orbs are going to drop during the trial to facilitate testing. So we've got her right here with some Hyper Bloom. Let's take a look at her kit real quick. Alright, so Kirara, you are going to want to focus HP, just like everybody in Sumeru. Not Sumeru, in Fontaine. You're going to want to give her a little bit of love. They've almost got her at 40k, which is solid. Weapon-wise, we have her in a crafted, free-to-play weapon, which I highly recommend, the Sapwood Blade. After triggering Burning, Quicken, Aggravate, Spread, Bloom, Hyperbloom, Burgeon, or a Leaf of Consciousness will be created around the character for a maximum of 10 seconds. When you pick it up, you get 60 Elemental Mastery for 12 seconds. Only one leaf can be generated every 20 seconds. This effect can still be triggered if the character is off the field. The Leaf of Consciousness effect cannot be stacked. That is the only downside of this effect, is that it cannot be stacked. Alright, we have her in Tenacity of Millilith and Vorshok's Glow for that HP percentage increase. For substats, it looks like they did show her a little bit of energy recharge love. And no Dendro bonus? Okay. I'm not here to judge, because I haven't finished building her. So I don't know 100%, you know, but it seems like I would have probably given her a little more love here, or at least a Dendro damage piece. Okay, so here we go to her talents. Alright, so we've got two different abilities. She has a four hit combo, and we're going to talk about her Meowtier kick. I think that's how that's supposed to be. Oh, okay. Her damage does scale off of HP, so she doesn't need the Dendro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for joining us, by the way. I love seeing new faces. All right. So, for her skill, you're going to want to press just for her to leap in the air with the agility of a cat, passing through the bushes and whacking her throat. I'm so tongue-tied today. Whacking her foes with a flying kick that deals AoE Dendro damage, while creating a shield of safe transport. This will also briefly apply Dendro to Kirara. The shield will also absorb Dendro damage with 250% effectiveness. The shield damage absorption will be based on Kirara's max HP and will not exceed a certain percentage of that max HP. The remaining damage absorption of the shield of safe transport will stack on a new one when it is created, and its duration will reset. It's very similar to Baizu's ulti shield, minus, you know, the sprites that come out and do damage. Now, if you hold her skill, you get to turn into the cutest thing in the game. Out of her desire to deliver within half a day, Kirara deploys a shield of safety transport identical to the one that can be created by pressing the skill. She will also curl up into a special express delivery box, entering the urgent Neko parcel state in order to move and fight more swiftly. Now, while she is in the urgent Neko partial state, dealing Dendro damage to opponents she crashes into, this effect can be triggered once on each opponent every 0.5 seconds. When in this state, Kirara's movement speed and climbing speed and jumping power are increased, just like a cat. And her stamina consumption from climbing is increased. So when the duration ends, the skill can be used again. A flip claw strike is more powerful than the attack in the press mode. A flip claw strike more powerful than the attack in the press mode will be unleashed, dealing AoE Dendro damage. The urgent Neko parcel state lasts a maximum of 10 seconds, and when the state ends, the skill will enter the cooldown state. The longer Kirara spends in this state, the longer the cooldown will be. Sprinting or actively canceling climbing will end this state early. So it will negate some of that long cooldown. For her ulti, she will smash opponents with a delivery package used for punishing parcel thieves, dealing AoE damage. After the special delivery package explodes, it will split up into mini catgrass cardamoms that will explode either upon contact with opponents or after a period of time, dealing AoE Dendro damage. Now, for her passives. When Kirara is in the urgent Neko parcel state, her Meowtier kick, each impact against an opponent will grant her a stack of reinforcing packaging. This effect can be triggered once for each opponent hit every 0.5 seconds, max 3 stacks. When the Urgent Next Deco parcel state ends, each stack of reinforced packaging will create 1 shield of safe transportation for Kirara. The shields that are created this way will have 20% of damage absorption shield of safe transport produced by Meowth Kick would have. If Kirara is already protected by a shield of safe transport created by Meowth Kick, its damage absorption will stack with the rest of the shields and its duration will reset. Yes, words. They got wordy with that one. All right. Here we go. Every 1000 HP Kirara possesses will increase the damage dealt by Meowth Kick by 0.4%. That's what you were talking about. Abdi? I'm going to say Abdi. By 0.4%, the damage dealt by Secret Art Surprise Dispatch by 0.3. And last but not least, when she's in the party, animals who produce fowl, raw meat, and chilled meat will not be startled when the party members approach them. That is awesome. And, ooh, she's a Capricorn. All right, so let's get into the fun stuff. I am going to real quick show off the adorable kitty cat box that she turns into, because I think it's the cutest thing ever. All right, we have her on a Hyper Bloom team, but like, look at how cute that is. And that does damage. It's the cutest thing ever, and it does damage. So, I thought that was pretty neat. All right, so we're going to probably start off with Fischl and Oz. Then we'll grab some Barbara. Not that we actually need the Barbara. Alright. So as we are a kitty cat, we will run around, apply all of the bloom. And wow, that is a lot more damage than I have pulled off. I have been building her all wrong, guys. Oh, she's gorgeous.
Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day.
Go ahead and grab that official love. I love how she fights with her claws. Oh, well that was quick. I thought we were going to have more mobs than that. Okay, but yeah, that's pretty much how she runs. She actually has a fighting style that makes you feel as though you feel her feline origins a lot more than you do with, like, say, Diona. Yes, 100% she is a druid. Nobody can convince me otherwise. I mean, if that's not wild shape, I don't know what is.
Sign here, please. By royal decree.
There we go. We got Fischl for the archer and Barbara our cleric. Oh, all the damage. Can't touch me, I'm in a box. Can't touch me, I'm in a box. Boom. Totally should build a D&D character based off of Kirara. That would be hilarious.
No rest.
I'm gonna think that every time I play her now. But that is Kirara. I love her. She's the cutest. So I will probably be putting her on the party while we transition over to our